Hello, my name is Thayane, and I like to experiment with all kinds of AI technologies. And these are some latest developments from Midjourney. We have had a couple of updates to Midjourney in the last couple of days. First, we got the turbo mode for Midjourney V6. I didn't even notice it was not available, but I guess that shows how little I have been using that feature. Let me know in the comments below if you use the turbo mode at all and why. But you can set the speed you generate your images with to 3.5 times the speed at double the cost of fast hours. If you feel you need it, you can either set it on until you switch it off with /turbo. Or type /settings, and you can also see what your current setting for the speed is. And if you don't want to set it on in case you fear you forget it on, and spend all your fast hours accidentally, then you can go ahead and just add a --turbo at the end of each of your prompt that you want to use the turbo mode for. So far, I have noticed that there are slight variations in the images that the different speeds produce. But they are noticeable only if you set your seed number to something specific, use the exact same prompt and only change it between relaxed fast and turbo. The second update happened about a day later. And it is the new version of Describe. The old version should still be available if you have your version set to V5 instead. It works pretty much the same way as it did before. You type in /describe and then you either upload an image or paste a link to the image you want described. If you have access to the alpha site, you can also use the feature, but you have to know where to look for it. Basically, you need to click on the plus sign in front of the Imagine. Then you can upload an image or look through the thumbnails of images you have uploaded in the past and may be used as image prompts or style references. Now, when you hover over an image, you will see two icons. One is an eye encased and a circle, and the other one is the trash button. The trash button is useful if you want to delete an image from this list. But the Describe feature shows up behind the eye button. It takes a moment and it gives you a list of descriptive sentences about the image. So it is actually slightly different from the Describe command you get on Discord. There, you get 4 actual prompts that you can go ahead and prompt, but the Describe on the Alpha website gives you parts of a prompt that you can mix and match and combine with other settings to build your prompt. I took the new version for a test drive quickly, and honestly, I have to say I am having some mixed feelings about it. Mainly because I tried to run a couple of my own photos through it, and the opinion of me was a really harsh reality check. So if you want to avoid Midjourney calling you ugly, maybe don't try this on photos of yourself if you don't live up to Midjourney's beauty standards. It does seem to follow the new recommended prompting style associated with V6, where you kind of have a wall of text as a prompt and it is written in a more conversational language. Not sure if I like that, because you may already know that I like really short prompts with just some descriptive words to get my point across. I normally leave the walls of text for my YouTube videos. I was already cheering after a couple of tries that it didn't recommend artist names as part of a prompt, but then I happened to test it out on an image where it did recommend some artists as a style reference. I have learned my lesson about those things, but it seems that Midjourney has not yet come to the same conclusion. It does seem to recommend the names less frequently though. The old Describe rarely had any prompt suggestions without artist names in them. But the new Describe seems to do that in those cases when an image really looks stylistically similar to a famous artist's work. So overall, I am not yet sure what to think about the new Describe. I often used the old Describe to discover new keywords that really impacted the outcome. The new version of Describe does seem to have that, but not to an extent like the old version did. Or I am having difficulties locating the most important keywords from the really long prompts. So far, it does not seem that the Describe can provide prompts that look exactly like the original image. And it's good that it doesn't. Maybe it's just me, but I don't get why anyone would want to bother recreating an image exactly with AI. So for me, the new version of Describe doesn't help me as much as the older version did. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments if you prefer the new or the old Describe and what you use it for. Also, if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching and let's continue prompting.